loosen up your high spirits, because it's time for another edition of Chao Racing 2019 with Week 18's action here in Detroit, Michigan. With your fan results ready to pump up for another exciting ride for our fans to enjoy, Brandon Shannons! Hello! Wow, what is that smell? We'll find out soon, but anyway, how is everyone doing in Detroit, Michigan today? Very well indeed. And how are you fans up? Well, it's a beautiful night here in Detroit, Michigan, and we're pumping up for some Halloween favorites. Hope you got your costumes ready for some Halloween favorites. In fact, we got one special superstar who is already pumped up for the Halloween season. A famous Canadian-American that's been going on for 30 years. Or we know for 30 years. And I do breathe that smell of that motorcycle over there. Yeah! It's Michael Alex, the dog messenger who's been around for 30 years. Started Chao Racing 30 years ago. Won 4 World Championships in 1994, 2000, 2007, and of course 2011. And that's why his bike I smell. That is why I smell. He rode his bike with us all the way from Toronto, Canada. Welcome, Michael Alex, to the show. Hope you got your Halloween costume ready, and so are your family. Right now, let's see what Paul has to say about this first race of the night. Alright, let's rev up the engine and get the show on the road. For our first race, we have Chris Schneider on the Classic Go-Getters, Thomas Winklater, Steve Wingman on the York and the Irish, and Rusty Ismail Jackington from the Go-Getters 2.0 squad. Take a look at the lineup for our first race of tonight. As usual, all races here on Chao Racing 2019 are being held at the Emerald Course, because that is what our favorite course is, and so are the fans in need. Let's get the show on the road and let's have a Chao race! Alright, we're on the way with Week 18 here in Detroit, Michigan. Home of the hockey's Red Wings, football's Lions, and baseball's Tigers. And basketball's Pistons, don't forget about that. And right now, the 4 Chao are going to shake the palm trees and pick out a coconut cheap food. And it looks like number 7 was quarterbacks, and so is number 8. And right now, Rusty Jackington and Chris Schneider are going to be bowing for the lead up in the front, with Steve Wingman right on their tail. And right now, the 4 Chao are going to make their way towards the bridges. Looks like the Paul going to stick with the bridges. But I think Thomas Winklater is going to be heading for the wide, yeah? Thomas Winklater will gain some ground in the early run. As number 2 wins the first speed race of Week 18. Oh my goodness, and look at that! Thomas Winklater, yes! He made it all the way to the top of the hill. He took a shortcut, and now he has command on the lead, trying to keep his contract for 1 more season. And number 1, who leads some of the 4 Silver Chao, takes speed race number 2 in his opening race. And it looks like Steve Wingman was taunting for a moment. Rusty Jackington and Chris Schneider are battling for 2nd place after Thomas Winklater took a shortcut. They are making their way towards the top of the hill, and then they'll pass the flags to move on to the south side portion of the New Course. And who got the next grand speed race as we pass the 1 minute mark? It's Honest Fabulous Warriors, Steve Wingman, battling with number 1 for 4th place, and number 7 is stopping the pause 1 more, so he will drop down to last place. Take a look at the 4 Super Chao battling for D1, trying to get back in this one, trying to stay alive in the game, as the next speed race win made by number 1. That makes his 2nd speed race of the race. Meanwhile, Thomas Winklater commandingly dominates over the other 3 opponents in a hurry. Thomas Winklater is going to win this one, hopefully to get enough wins to stay alive in the game. Next PS belongs to number 7. Not much that time, but at least he's leaving number 2 and us. Now number 2 drops down to last place. I don't think those Silver Chao are going to get any more speed bumps for a while. And now Rusty Jackington, who just woke up for a snap, immediately takes the next command speed. Thomas Winklater almost at the finish line. This will be his 8th win of his 19 races so far this week, trying to stay alive for 1 more season. As number 2 takes the next speed race, Thomas Winklater is the first winner of Week 18 here in Detroit, Michigan, the Motor City of the USA. Thomas Winklater prevails for this first race, and Steve Wingman will get his 2nd speed race, trying to stay alive, flying over the whole stretch. and take a look at Silver Child fighting for their life over at the movie quest. And this time, the one of the world, Steve Wingman goes for consecutive. He makes the pass for Kushner and he's been to the gun in third place. Wesley Jackson came in second. Alright, well done, Thomas Wingard. That's 8 wins for this junior veteran superstar. That's right, I knew he can do it. Couple more wins and he'll be back in short. Back for race number 2 after this. Do not go away. And now it's time to introduce the superstar who leads the win-loss records at 17-1. That's right, it's Donald Lennings, and tonight he'll be taking on Arching Master Ethan Kingsley, the Crime Master Policeman Rusty Williamson, one half of the Police Joey, and Owen Williams of the Warriors Brothers. It's been a fantastic season for Donald Lennings so far this season, and it looks like he's going to keep it up this week. Please start the race! Alright, so Donald Lennings has won 17 of his 18 races so far for his 2019 season. Tonight he's going for win number 18 and still having the best record of the 48 men superstars of the league. Right now in the fourth channel, going to shake the Falcons to bring down Echo United Foot, and now in about 83rd, it looks like Wesley Morrison is scoreless, and Donald Lennings and Ethan Kingsley are dancing the beat. That means Owen Williams and the Warriors Brothers is going to have full control in this match, and he is going to be heading for the water. We'll soon know how long he'll have a commanding lead for the Warriors Brothers, as the first superstar against Beepus is number 1, who's also heading for the water, and right now number 7 is Gordon West. He'll be right behind the competition, but he's also taking the water, as Beepus number 2 in this race will be made by number 2. Making his way out water, 1 is Silver Child West, and number 2 is West. Right now it's Owen Warriors who has a commanding lead over Ethan Kingsley at the curb point. And number 2 gets back-to-back US, now catching up to Donald Lennings and Ethan Kingsley up in the front. He leads over the 4 Silver Child with 4 points. Number 8, meanwhile, is getting left behind as we pass the 1 minute mark in his face. Rusty Williamson of the Police Joey looks like he also really needs help. Which one is going to get a chance to stay alive in the game? It's going to be number 8. So he'll make the pass for Rusty Williamson for dear life. Meanwhile, Owen Warriors is trying to defend the lead over Donald Lennings and Ethan Kingsley. He is going to be the first to approach the wall. We'll soon know if he'll hold on to the lead to stay alive in the game. Next PS belongs to number 7, and now he's catching up to number 1 for 5th place. Rusty Williamson and number 8 are both left behind still. I believe one of them should get to speedless, but I think they are probably going to hit the wall first. Yep, so no help for now. And look at this, as Owen Williamson comes, Donald Lennings, going for his 18th win, takes the next command on speedless. Now you have the privilege to defend the lead over Owen Warriors. They are both heading for the stretch, and I think Donald Lennings might have the upper hand on the two. Yep, Donald Lennings is going to keep the lead by a couple of yards. As Ethan Kingsley takes the next command for us, Donald Lennings is going to prevent an upset for Owen Warriors. He's going to prove to 18-1 tonight. As the Arching Master Ethan Kingsley takes back for us, Donald Lennings avoids an upset from Owen Warriors. He improves to 18-1 in his fantastic 2019-20 season. Well done by Donald Lennings. Let's hope he keeps them next week. And I do believe it's time for either Rusty Williamson or number 8 to get a couple of spears. Yep, it'll be Rusty Williamson who will get the next command spears, and that is probably going to do it. Owen Warriors will come in 2nd place, and number 2 leads over the 4 Silver Child with 3rd place. So, despite a dominating start by Owen Warriors for much of the race, Donald Lennings made a statement in the very end. That's right, and thus he improves to 18-1. He is still in the lead over the 40 Maximum Stars. Lots more fun after this announcement. Okay, welcome back. Who do we have next, Paul? Race number 3 will feature Dave Miller on the Miller Trainers, Glenn Murray, the 2017 White Stars champion Shane Flemmingham, and the Gundam Star Master Garrett Dayton. The players will line up and ready to go. Everyone is on the clock, and let's rock this place! And it looks like Glenn Miller is quarterbacks, and so is Dave Miller, along with one in the Super Chow. That means Shane Cunningham and Garrett Dayton will have control over the opening edge. We'll soon find out which one will pay off for now. Right now, these two superstars are going to shake the palm trees to bring down that coconut shake fruit, and now they're going to eat the fruit. And it looks like number 2 is going to have command the lead, and it looks like Garrett Dayton is dancing the beat. So Shane Cunningham is going to have the upper hand as Garrett Dayton finishes his dance, takes the opening toss for his face, and right now Dave Miller is dancing to the beat. That means he'll be left behind in the competition all the way back. And number 8 is quarterbacks, so Dave Miller will pass number 8 for dear life all the way back. And now Dave Miller is heading for the water, as Speed Buzz number 2 in his base was made by number 2. And guess who took a shortcut? I think it's Garrett Dayton, the Gangnam Style master, trying desperately to get around on the spirit dance, the Gangnam Style. I think he might have a chance to do it today, as number 8, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then, takes the next command. Because we are approaching the 1 minute mark, Glenn Miller trying to get all his software and space to stay alive in the game, and number 2 possible one. As Glenn Miller, who now dominates in second place, takes the next command. Because by now, Dave Miller and Shane Cunningham are both trying their best to stay alive in the game. They are currently battling with number 7 for the freeway battle for 4th place. Oh, and down goes Shane Cunningham. That's what caused the damage. As the next BS we made by Dave Miller on the middle traders. Pulling number 1 and they are both getting left behind competition. And number 8 is quarterbacks. So he'll be left behind for number 1. I think number 1 or number 8 should get speed buzz every now and then. Which one then will get a chance at a speed buzz? It's going to be number 8. That makes his second speed buzz of the base. And back with fun, Glenn Miller has reached the top of the wall, but still has a long way to go, or maybe a short distance, because he's now catching up to our leader, Garrett Dayton. Trying to make a comeback in the run. We'll find out if it'll pay off. Next PS belongs to Dave Miller. That makes his second speed buzz of the race. Looks like Glenn Miller's not going to have enough flying power, nor will he have enough swimming power to catch up to Garrett Dayton. As number 1 wakes up as now with the next command PS, Garrett Dayton's going to hold off Glenn Miller with style, so he's going to do a round the Gangnam Style dance. He holds on. Garrett Dayton wins the battle over Glenn Miller. So Garrett Dayton finally gets a chance to do the Gangnam Style, and everyone's doing alright. As number 1 gets bad in max PS, and that should be the last speed buzz for this race. Number 8 has no hope for surviving whatsoever. And fans, you waited all these weeks. Now you can do the Gangnam Style. That's right, but how long was we last? We'll find out soon enough. Back for more on action after these messages. Alright folks, the defending champion is with us for this next race. That's right, Aaron Miller, the Steel Country, will be taking on Raymond Hill, Vince Decent, and Ralph Dennis. That is what we have for race number 4. Let's see how well Raymond Hill will do in this race. He won last week's race. Maybe he'll do it again. Or maybe one of the other superstars will get a chance to be a winner for once. There's only one way to find out. Let's have a race! Alright, the next 4 superstars are busting down the line, trying to get enough wins to make the playoffs or to come back next season for Chow Racing 2020. And right now in the 4, Chow going to shake the palm trees to bring down that coconut shaped fruit. And now they're going to eat the fruit. And there they go, busting down the line. They're all making their way towards the bridges of the Carbon One. And it looks like Raymond Hill's going to be heading for the water. And so is Ralph Dennis. So these two Chow will have a little bit of game ground. And who is going to get the only toss for this race? It's number 8, as Ben Stason is quarterbacks. Number 8 wins the first speed buzz of this race. And now number 1 is quarterbacks. So he will be left behind on the ground. And so is number 2. Number 1 and number 2 will have to battle for D-Life all the way in the back. As number 2 takes speed buzz number 2, trying to hold on number 1 for the back. Raymond Hill trying to defend the lead over Ralph Dennis. Trying to get his 15th win. Ralph Dennis desperately looking for his 2nd win of the season. As the next Spears win made by Vince Dayson. And we have passed 1 minute, folks. 1 minute. By now, numbers 1, 2, and 7 are getting left behind from number 8, who leads over the 4-0 jab in 5th place. Numbers 1, 2, 7 million to catch up to number 8. Who is going to get a chance to stay alive? It has to be one of them, and it will be number 2 who will get the next command. Yes, that makes his 2nd speed buzz of the race. And right now, Raymond Hills is heading for the wall, with Ralph Dennis not too far behind. Yep, good race so far. And number 8 gets the next speed buzz as Aaron Miller scored rest. And that will be numbers 1 and 7 in the dust. Take a look at numbers 1 and 7 battling for the right. These poor 2 Silver Channel are getting left behind from the others. Down goes number 1 for the cat. Next PS belongs to Ralph Dennis. And take a look at this! He passes Raymond, who is scoring a rest. Ralph Dennis now has command of the lead, trying to get his long-awaited 2nd win of his 2019 season. Raymond Hill trying one last episode live at the common win. And number 7 wakes up for us now with the next command PS. And Raymond went a little too far. Ralph Dennis keeps command of the lead. Ralph Dennis going for his 2nd victory of the 2019 season. As number 7 takes back-to-back spears. Raymond Hill won up enough distance to spoil Ralph Dennis. Ralph Dennis beats up Raymond Hill for his long-awaited 2nd win of the season. Great job by Ralph Dennis, and we have just enough time for one more speed buzz on his face, and it will be made by number 1, who leads number 7 in the nuts. Unbelievably, Ralph Dennis has beaten Raymond Hill. That's right, he deserves his 2nd win. 1-0, back in the bed to not go away. Okay, Paul, let's find out who is up next. Next up, we have Al here Jr., Antonio Bennett, Trevor Hoffa, and Eddie Williams. Congratulations to Antonio Bennett on his job well done in last week's race. We'll see who will prevail in this week's race. Everyone is on the clock. So without further ado, let's have a chow race. Alright, so that last race was pretty amazing. Ralph Dennis beats down Raymond Hill by a short distance and is on his 2nd win of the season. That's one reason why we have a motto for chow racing. That's right, anything can happen in a chow racing universe. It happened during the last race. Maybe it will happen. Something would happen in this race as well. Well, anyway, the 4 chow eat the food, and there they go. They're off and running. Right now, they're going to make their way towards the business to come win, and Al here Jr. is with us. As Eddie Williams on the Warriors first wins Stealing toss for this race. Antonio Bennett already making his way towards the water, and already making to the other side of the water as well. And Eddie Williams, who is just pausing for a moment, opens this one up with back-to-back speed buzz, and there he goes flying a little bit over the bridges. And right now, numbers 2 and 8 are bowing for D-Life all the way back, and it will be number 8 who will get a chance to stay alive with the next command on the speed buzz. Right now, Antonio Bennett trying to defend the lead over Trevor Hoffa and Eddie Williams as they make their way towards the south final portion of the yellow course. We're approaching the 1 minute mark of this race as the next speed has been made by number 7. He currently leads over the 4 Silver Child with 5th place. The other 3 Silver Child, numbers 1, 2, and 8, are all trying their best to catch up to number 7 in the back. And right now, the 4 Silver Child are going to make their way to a south final portion of the course. And number 1 toss for 1. Which one of them will get a chance to stay alive in the next command spears? It's number 2 who gets it. And right now, back in front, Antonio Bennett starting to get tailgated by both Al here Jr. and Trevor Hoffa as they make their way climbing up to the top of the hill. And number 1 will get to the next command spears. Eddie Williams trying to make a statement here. Can any of them stop Antonio Bennett from making another victory? We'll find out soon enough. Back to number 1, and now he's making a pass for number 2 for 6th place. And right now, Al here Jr. taunts for 1. he says, "Get out of the way." Yo, free show catching up to him in a hurry. And who will get the next one? It's number 7. That makes it second speed buzz in the race. He can say farewell to the Yasuo Chow. Antonio Bennett has the lead, but it's anything can happen scenario down to the wire. Albert Jr. is right on his tail, catching up to him. He might have a chance to make the pass. As number 8 takes the next speed buzz, Albert Jr. is going to make the pass from Antonio Bennett. And here is our winner for race number 5. Albion Jr. wins a close one. And look at that. Look at how close all 4 of these superstars are. Well done, Albion Jr. Yeah, I knew Albion Jr. would get a victory this week. Coming up, we got more exciting action for you. But first, have a look at this. Alright fans, we'll be approaching halftime soon. Right now, let's deal with race number 6. Paul? Alright then, race number 6 will feature Peter Foles, Danny Frazier, Chris Bernacos, and Norman Fider. Norman Fider paid off his swimming ability last week. Will he get the job done again this week? We're about to find out right now. Please start the race! Alright, so after last week's triumph in week 17's race, Norman Fider looks to repeat his swimming ability triumph so that he can win closer towards coming back next season in 2020. And right now on the 4th show at the Palm Breeze. And they're shaking down the trees and bringing down that coconut cheap fruit. And now they're going to eat the fruit. And it looks like Chris Bernacos is going to have Kamei on the lead. And who is going to get the first speed buzz this time around? It is going to be number 8 who gets it. Trying desperately to get back in this one. And Chris Bernacos is approaching the water, trying to maintain some ground in the only one. As speed buzz number 2 in this race will be made by none other than Norman Fider. He is one of the best swimmers of the league, trying desperately to make a comeback here. And right now, number 7 is getting left behind along with Danny Frazier over at the bushes. And who will get the next speed buzz? It's number 8. Now makes his second speed buzz of the race. Right now, Chris Bernacos trying to defend the lead over Norman Fider as he makes his way towards the southbound portion of the course. We have passed 1 minute as of right now, as the next speed buzz we made by Danny Frazier. That should move up a couple places that time. He is now catching up to Norman Fider and Peter Foles for second place to come on. Yellow Free John trying desperately to catch up to our current leader, Chris Bernacos. They are making way towards the southbound portion of the course. They better hurry up, but they want to catch up to Chris Bernacos. Oh, and down goes Peter Foles for the count. And Norman Fider will get his second speed buzz. And this time he got all of it on that one. Good speed buzz. And he is finally catching up to Chris Bernacos. I think Chris Bernacos better watch out. Norman Fider might be catching up to him in a hurry. We'll soon know if he'll make the pass from Chris Bernacos later on. Next piece belongs to Danny Frazier. That makes his second speed buzz of the race. And take a look who's getting left behind in the competition. Number 7 is getting left behind as he climbs up the wall. Let's find out who will get the next command speed buzz. And it's going to be Danny Frazier. That makes back-to-back speed buzz by Danny Frazier and the Cowboy. And right now, Chris Bernacos trying to defend the lead over the other two opponents. And here comes Norman Fider, quickly making his way for the movie portion, of course. He is going to make his way and pass for Chris Bernacos. And as number 1 takes next speed buzz, Norman Fider ties him another huge victory over Chris Bernacos. Good job. And right now, number 7 is getting left behind in the competition still. As number 8 will lead number 7 us with his first speed buzz of the race, and that is going to do it for this race. So Norman Fider paid off his swimming ability once again. That's right, our number 5 swimming fail, and that's will earn him another victory. Back for the second half of men's division races after these messages. Do not go away, you're in Detroit, Michigan. Alright, we're now in the second half of the men's division races for week 18's action. That's right. Next up, we have Ryan Christian, the Great Louis Charleston, Zach Orson, and Charlie Freighton. Lewis and Joey got the victories last week. Now let's see how they will fare in this week's race. And here's a look at the lineup for this next race, as our action here in Detroit, Michigan continues to pump up for the bye. Everyone is on the clock, so without further ado, please start the race. Alright, let's see who will prevail in this next race. The fans on Detroit, Michigan are showing on their feet, hot and fired up in this blazing action here in Detroit, Michigan, the most city of the world. And right now the four children ready to eat the food, and it looks like Zach Arneson is dancing to the beat. And there goes Ryan Christian, Lewis Charleston, and Charlie Clayton. These three children are bowing formally up in the front. And it looks like they're all heading for the water. As the first superstar to get speed first is number 8, who passes number 7, sleeping over the back. Number 2 is getting left behind in the competition from number 7. I think he has a long way to go. He wants to catch up to this one, but we'll see how this race unfolds for this race. As number 8, finding the state line in the game, opens this one up with back-to-back speeders. Right now, Lewis Johnson is trying his best to hold on to the competition all the way in the front. They are all making their way towards the south side portion of the course. They are trying their best to get wins on board to come down next season for sure. As we head back into number 8. That's 3 in a row to start things off for number 8. And poor number 2, as we pass the 1 minute mark, is getting last place behind the pack. And number 2 pauses for one, so he'll be left behind on the competition. And number 8, who leads over the 4th of a chow, takes a 4th consecutive speed bus. He has every speed bus in the race so far. Meanwhile, Lewis Johnston is trying his best to hold on Zach Arneson. Zach Arneson trying to get enough distance when swimming ability. We'll soon know if it will pay off. Next BS belongs to number 1. Now he leads over the 4th of a chow in 5th place. Poor number 2, meanwhile, is still all low in last place. I do believe it's time that number 2 will get speed bus to get back in this one. But back to number 1. Now he gets back-to-back speed bus. All speed bus are consecutive so far. And right now, Lewis Johnston and the Yellow Freeze Chow are going to make their way towards home stretch. As Charlie Clayton, trying to make a comeback here, takes the next command speed bus. There goes the 4th Chow, busting for the home stretch. Lewis Johnson has to lean. Charlie Clayton went a little too far, and here comes Zach Arneson, swimming like crazy. He is going to make the pass from all of his opponents. As number 1 gets the first speed bus, Zach Arneson is going to celebrate another easy victory. Zach Arneson holds on the competition with that incredible swimming ability. Lewis Johnson will come second, and it looks like Ryan Christian will come in 3rd place. As number 2 finally gets some help with the last command speed bus, and that is going to do it. So Zach Arneson wins another exciting race. That's right, that was a close race, and Zach Arneson got the job done. We are coming back for more exciting action here in Detroit, Michigan, but right now, let's hear what this has to say. And now, Paul, let's quickly simple it out. Race number 8. Alright, we're gonna make this quick. Race number 8 will feature Alex Markinson, Joe Rathway, last year's runner-up, Andrew Wilson, and Marvin Sanderson. It's good luck to the next 4 superstars on the quest for victory. Here we go. Let's rock this place. Alright, the next 4 superstars are off and running, trying to get enough wins to come back next season. They got a long way to go if they want to make next season's roster. But I'm pretty sure they're all winners when we do on chow racing. And right now the 4 chow at the palm trees to bring down that coconut shaped fruit. And now they're going to eat the fruit. And it looks like Alex Markinson and Marvin Sanderson are dancing to the beat. And there goes Andrew Wilson along with Joe Rathway. These 2 will be battling for the lead up in front along with number 2. And who is going to get the first speed bus over this race? It is going to be made by Marvin Sanderson. And he is going to be heading for the water. Number 2 is Goodride, so he will drop down a couple places. And number 8 is getting all alone in last place. Marvin Sanderson took the first speed bus, as the superstar to get speed bus number 2 is... there it is, Joe Rathway. He got Speed Bus number 2. He has last season's runner-up for 2019. Marvin Sanderson has the lead, but here comes Alex Markinson trying to make a statement in the early run. He is rapidly catching up to Marvin Sanderson in a hurry. Who is going to get the next one? It's going to be number 7 of the Ford Superchild. That was a good Speed Bus right now. He now leads over the Ford Superchild with that incredible Speed Bus. And number 8 is still left behind as we pass the 1 minute mark in this race. And number 1 possible one as number 8 takes the next Speed Bus, and oh no, he's going to fall! He barely hung on. He managed to climb up the hill. If he would have fallen, he would have done the whole thing again. But it's a good thing he held on last minute. And Joe Raffway gets to number 10. That makes his second Speed Bus of the race. Poor number 8, almost. Right now, number 8, number 1, and number 7 are all getting left behind on the competition. And we'll get the next one. It's number 1. Now he got over that one. Good Speed Bus by number 1. And right now, Marvin Sanderson is getting tailgated by Alex Markinson and Joe Raffway. And Wilson also not too far behind from the crowd. And it looks like Joe Raffway and Alex Markinson are both good at. So Marvin Sanderson is going to have to come in the lead as Ann Wilson quickly wakes up for his nap with the next command. Yes, meanwhile the Ford Superchild battling for Joy all the way in the back. They are climbing up the 140. And number 8 is quarterback. And so it's number 7. And Joe Raffway will get another turn. That makes his first Speed Bus of the race. But I think Marvin Sanderson is going to be happy with the result. He is finally going to get his second win. This will be his second win of his 2019 season. As number 1 dominates with the Ford Superchild next few months, Marvin Sanderson at long last earns his second win of his 2019 season. He finally gets his second win after all these weeks. And right now number 7 is getting that time, and he will have the last Speed Bus just as the race comes to a close. So Marvin Sanderson now has 2 wins up on his sleeve. That's why he desperately needs wins, and he got it this week. Back for more song action after these messages. Stay tuned. Alright, still to come for week 18, we will decide our new Superstar of the Week honors in our main event. But right now, let's see what Paul has to say about race number 9. Alright, race number 9 will feature Oliver J. Upton, or OG Upton for short, taking on Larry Monroe, Owen Cheston, and J.J. Nehemiah. I know Larry Monroe did a pretty good job winning last week's race, but they really needed to get back on track. So let's see which one of them will get a chance to be a winner. Please start the race! Alright, so Larry Monroe looks to follow up from his impressive victory last week, while the other 3 superstars try desperately to rebound from their tough losses. Who is going to be a winner for once? Who will get a chance to shine for glory this week? There's only one way to find out, and right now the 4 child by each group looks like OG Upton was going to wrestle. He'll be left behind the competition. And Owen Cheston is going to have command of the lead, as number 8 wins the only toss for this race, and number 7 was going to wrestle. He will drop down a couple places. I think he's going to drop down in the last place. Yep. So now he has a long way to go. And number 1 possible win, as number 7, who leads number 1 and us, takes because number 2, and he pauses number 8 is going to rest. Right now, Larry Monroe trying his best to catch up with the crowd in a hurry. He is making his way towards the other side of the water, and now he is expected to have command of the lead up in the front, as the next spears we made by number 1, who was also heading for the water. Number 2 is going to rest, and now number 1 is going to rest. Larry Monroe has the commanding lead, while Owen Cheston is safely in an easy second place. He is trying his best to catch up to Larry Monroe. And now number 2 will get a turn now, as we pass the 1 minute mark. Number 2 leads over the 4th Superchild in the current one, battling with OG Upton and J.J. Nehemiah for 4th place. The other 3 Superchild, numbers 1, 7, and 8, are all trying their best to catch up with the crowd and hurry. But who really got the next command for us? It is J.J. Nehemiah who got it. Meanwhile, Larry Monroe and Owen Cheston are going to be battling for the lead as they approach the wall. They're going to be climbing on the wall at 40. Pretty good race so far for these teams. And right now, it is OG Upton who got the next command for us, but that wasn't much at all. That was kind of a pity right now. And take a look at point numbers 178 battling for the wife. And Jenny seems like he's going to rest, so he will drop down to last place. As number 8 will get another turn. That makes his second speed buzz of the race. Ulrich and Larry are both reach the top of the wall, and Larry Monroe is going to rest. So Owen Justin is going to have command lead up in the front. Will Owen Justin hold on to the victory? We'll find out soon enough. Next speed buzz belongs to OG Upton. That makes his second speed buzz of the race. He wakes up tonight kneeling. Owen Justin is first for a trial stretch, and I do believe he is going to have a little bit of wind bubble ahead of Roy Monroe. As number 8 will get another turn. That makes his second speed buzz race. He is going to lead over the force of a child with authority. Owen Justin is almost at the finish line. According to my calculations, Roy Monroe will not have enough distance to catch up to him in time. As OG Upton takes another turn, Owen Justin holds up Larry Monroe and OG Upton both to win this one. Owen Justin has become a winner once. That makes his third win of his 2019 debut season. Yes, Paul, I knew he would do it. Probably not going to have enough wins to come back next season, but we can be sure he is going to be smiling on our faces for being a winner. No doubt about that one, folks. Back in the bit, do not go away. Alright, Paul, 3 more races to go. Yeah, that's right. Race number 10 will feature Corey Sarchester, Mickey Nelson from the Go-Getters 2.0 squad, Casey Richardson from the Police Joey, and Jimmy Wales. So Casey is going for his 17th win in his sentimental season this year. And there's Logan Lynham, and let's send down the field once again to another race here in Detroit, Michigan. That's the line to these sports superstars, and let's have a chow race! Okay, Casey Richardson is speeding his way towards his boundary, and he is going to bring down that coconut shaped fruit. He's trying desperately to earn a world championship title this season, and right now he's eating the fruit, and he's off and running towards the bridges. Right now let's watch the other 3 chow as they want to eat the fruit. And it looks like Ricky Nelson is going to have command of second place, so he will gain a little bit of ground on he won. But I think he needs a lot of catching up to do if he wants to stay alive in the game. We'll find out if he will make a pass run. And number 8 is heading for the water. As number 1 wins the only toss this time around. Number 2 is going to gain some ground. He is also heading for the water. And so is Jimmy Wales. These two Chow and Jimmy Wales are going to make their way towards the other side of the water. As speed buzz number 2 in this place will be made by number 7. Try to stay out of the game. Oh, that was a little miscalculation that time. Casey Richardson currently at 16-2 after 18 races, going for his 17th win, trying to maintain a safely second place in the win-loss records behind Donald Bennings. And right now it is Mickey Nelson on the Go-Getters 2.0 squad who will get some help. And right now number 7 pauses for number 1. Both he and number 1 are getting left behind from the younger competitors. We have passed the 1 minute mark of this exciting race. Good action so far for these superstars. Let's find out who will get the next command of the speed buzz. And that next speed buzz will be made by Corey Sarchester. That was a good speed buzz right now. He currently leads in second place, but Casey Richardson has a commanding lead over Corey Sarchester. He is climbing up the wall. He should be on the top momentarily, and he's now making his way past the waterfall. I do believe he's going to get his 17th win of the season today. Next speed buzz belongs to number 8, who leads on the 4-0 Chow 4th place, and Jimmy Wales is going to rest. That means he'll drop down to last place. So he's going to need a couple of speed buzzes to get back in this one, and this is the first of them. Casey Richardson is the first approach home stretch. Meanwhile, Ricky Nelson banks the pass from Corey Sarchester for second place. Ricky Nelson trying to make one last effort to stay alive. And here comes Corey Sarchester with his second speed buzz race. He also trying to make one last effort to stay alive. But this race is all about Casey Richardson. He is going to get win number 17 of his 2019 season this year. And there you have it. Casey Richardson quickly made it to the finish line. And he gets the 17th win of the season tonight. One deal. As number 8 can say farewell to the other Chow with the next command speed buzz. And poor number 7 is getting left behind in the competition. as Jimmy Wales will get his second Speed Buzz, and that is going to do it for this race. So make it 17 wins tonight for Casey Richardson from the police showing. Yes, he's done pretty well so far this season. If he keeps it up, he might win a world championship. We'll find out how well he'll do next week. Back from Walls on Action after these announcements. And now just 2 more races left for the men's division. That's right, at one of those remaining races will feature Hal Miller and the Miller Traders, Connor John Howard, Joshua Samuel, and Rambin Bonchante of the Luck of the Irish. So, while we prepare for this week's exciting main event, let's see how this one falls in this one. The players are lined up and ready to go. Everyone is on the clock. And please start the race. And Rambin Bonchante off to a good start ahead of the crowd at Cumberland. And right now, number 8 was quarterbacks. And so is number 2 and number 7. That means these 3 Silver Child will be left behind the competition. And it looks like Connor John Horse quarterbacks, so he'll also be left behind the competition. Right now, the other 3 Child are going to eat the food, and Rambin Bonchante is dancing with the beat. That means Hal Miller will have command of the lead. Joshua Samuel wanted to push the battle with Howard in second place. And where will this child be heading? It looks like Hal Miller is going to be heading for the water. As the first superstar to get Speed Buzz is Connor John Howard. That was a great Speed Buzz by Connor John Howard to start off with number 11. One is still Charles West, and the number 1, number 2 is possible. Number 2 is way behind competition, so he needs a lot of help to stay in the game. As he will have Speed Buzz number 2 at this race. And Hal Miller has a commanding lead over Rambin Bonchante. He is making his way towards South Hill. He is trying his best to get wins during his final season with the John Racing family. But right now, all eyes are on number 2 as he continues his comeback rally with back-to-back spears. Rambin Bonchante and Connor John Howard trying their best to catch up with Howard as they make their way towards the Sapphire portion on the young course. As the next BS win made by Joshua Samuel. He's also doing his best to catch up with the crowd. And right now, the 4 Silver Child are battling for D-Life on the way in the back. Numbers 2 and 7 are all battling for D-Life. And it looks like number 1 is possible. So he will drop down to last place on the competition. And who will get the next command BS? It's number 8. Trying to lead on the 4 Silver Child with 5th place. And look at this. Hal Miller is going to rest. So Rambin Bonchante will make the pass from Hal Miller to take the lead as they approach the wall. And number 8 continues to dominate over the 5 Silver Child, or 4 Silver Child with back-to-back BS. And number 7 is not looking so happy. He's turning to the other Silver Child hurry. So now he's going to need a couple of Speed Buzz to get back in this one. And this is the first of them. Meanwhile, Rambin Bonchante, it seems like he's going to rest. So Hal Miller will have command of the lead for the second time in this race, trying to defend the lead for the second time in this race over Rambin Bonchante. They are going to make their way towards the home stretch, and number 7 gets back-to-back spears. That makes 2 in a row by 2 in a row for number 8 and number 7 respectively. And Hal Miller is going to defend the lead over Rambin Bonchante and Joshua Samuel. So he is going to get his 3rd win of his retirement season this year. As number 8 takes a first Speed Buzz, Hal Miller secures another easy victory. What will his retirement season plans look like when he retires in the end of the season? We'll find out soon about it. I'm sure we'll find out before the answer. But right now, congratulations to Hal Miller on another amazing victory. And we'll soon know who will prevail, who will be the new superstar of the week, with Week 18's main event right after a word from our sponsor. So Paul, I believe it's time to present the big one for this week's exciting men's division action. Yes, it's main event time for Week 18. And Brandon, for this week's main event, we will decide a new superstar of the week honors, since Stallings already got his 3 honors for the season. Anyway, this week it will feature Luke Green taking on Michael Clayton, Buster Ajaro, and the Sheriff at all Eric Crosby. And this week's main event is presented by Burger King, home of the famous Whopper and many other flavorful burgers and food to enjoy. Always make sure to have your way at a Burger King near you. And let's find out who will determine the new Superstar Week for Chow Racing 2019. Let's go to the Superstars and let's have a Chow race. Alright, there goes the 4 Superstars, and Luke Green, as always, is already blazing through the aisles. All the way from the Rainbow Path and into the Power Grease. He bought down the coconut shaped fruit and he's gonna eat it. And he is gone, ladies and gentlemen. Let's watch the other 3 Chow now. Who is gonna have control of the next back standing? It looks like Eric Crosby is gonna have the next back standing. The other 2 Chow, Michael Creighton and Marcel Jumbo, are dancing to the beat. And who is going to get the first PBS for this man? It's number 1 on 2. And right now, number 7 is Gordon West. So he'll be left behind in the competition from number 8. Now, number 7 is going to have a lot of catching up to do if he wants to stuck him through his game. And now, number 8 is Gordon West, so he will join number 7 for the life. And it looks like number 7 is going to be heading for the water. As PBS number 2 of this week's main event will be made by number 8, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then. Right now, Luke Green is trying to defend the lead over Eric Crosby. Eric Crosby trying to catch up with Luke Green, but I think in just a moment or two, Luke Green is going to be off and running again. And this will determine when the next command is. And that next PBS will be made by Michael Creighton, who is trying desperately to catch up as well. Right now, Buster Adamo is trying his best to defend third place over Michael Creighton and number 7 in the moment. And Michael Creighton will get back-to-back PBS. Meanwhile, numbers 2 and 8 are both getting left behind in the competition. So it's number 1. But it's number 2 and number 8 who really needs to catch up every now and then. Well, approaching 115, soon to be 120. I think number 2 and number 8 should really deserve some speeders, and I mean now. But back to Michael Creighton again. That's 3 speeders in a row for Michael Creighton at the Captain Wins. And back with front, Luke Green has reached the top of the world, passing from the waterfall, and is now making his way towards the home stretch. And now number 8 gets another turn. That makes his second speed buzz of the race. And it looks like Eric Crosby scored West. Yep. So this race is going to be all about Luke Green in a dominating affair. Michael Creighton will have privilege to catch up to Eric Crosby and battle for second place. And Eric Crosby will have the next command because he gives away all advantage to Michael Creighton as he approaches the home stretch. But the big winner of Week 18's main event is none other than Luke Green himself. Luke Green wins his first of his 3 Superstar honors here in the Motor City of Detroit, Michigan. So now he has strong wins up on his sleeve, and Buster Jumbo will have the next command because, and right now number 2 was Gordon West, so he will join number 8 for the life. Both of these 2 Chow have no hope for surviving whatsoever. And we are tied for one last PBS on Week 18's main event presented by Burger King, and it will be made by Michael Creighton, bringing a total of 4 speedbusts for this race. So, what a way to get his first Superstar Week honors for Luke Green. That's right, let's hope he does it again in a couple weeks from now. Coming up, we got more on for you, but first have a look at this.